Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and welcome to the 38th episode of the Woo Crew podcast. What was that, Matthew?
What was
What
what?
was that you were just doing with the camera right there?
I wasn't doing anything. It's welcome to the podcast,
Welcome to the
everybody.
podcast, everybody! Before we get started, I'd just like to give a real quick shout out to all the YouTube members for helping support the podcast and the channel. And a very special shout out to Pyro Tier and above, who are OG Chicken Boy, Craftmastr C, the
Thank you
Real
to
Hoodie
Pyro
Gang.
Tier.
What?
Thank you to Pyro Whipper Tier and
Pyro
above.
Tier and above, who, as I was saying, are OG Chicken Boy, Craftmastr C, the Real Hoodie Gang, and Suntan. Thank you very much. If you...
Thank you.
What?
Thank
Thank
you.
you. If you, the viewer, want to become a member, go click the join button right next to the subscribe button. You can get your name shouted out, your name in the description, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out. But anyway,
If you, the viewer, are watching this video, you're the
you
viewer.
are. Anyway, let's get on to the podcast. So,
Let's
a
do
lot of
it.
things have happened this week. A lot of things have happened last week that we forgot to talk about. And by a lot, I mean one thing each week. But,
Well, let's start with the show.
okay, so, Ninjago season 14. It's not really a full season. It's The Island has finished airing. It was only 4 episodes, but how did you feel about it, Matthew?
I don't like it.
Really?
I don't like it. I loved episode 1 and 2. I really didn't like 3 and 4.
See, I disagree. I enjoyed them.
I hate that Ronan's a villain. I hate how every freaking side character is like a bad person.
Wait, hold on. Back up. What?
It's like, I don't like how they make every side character. It's like they're not morally gray, they're just bad people. Like Clutch Powers, Ronan, Dareth, like they're all just bad people. Can't they do side characters that are just like at least morally ambiguous? Just like Ronan was always kind of just like a guy who did stuff for money, not just a burglar. Like,
No, it is okay. So the Ronin appearance spoilers, I guess. If people are watching my review of season, okay, you know what? The Ronin appearance did strike me as a little weird as well, but I think the issue actually wasn't with him. It was with the way the ninja reacted to him. Because they didn't try to appeal to like their friendship with him. They're just like, oh, Ronan, he's another villain. Let's get. And then Lloyd says something about like, you're gonna rot in prison now. Like,
yeah,
that doesn't feel like how they would react to Ronan. However, thinking back, that was in character for Ronan. Like, if you remember in Skybound, he was the one who hunted all the ninja down for the police. If he finds a scheme to get money, he does it. And I mean, in Possession, he worked for the ghosts too, and then. What?
but he's always working for someone. He's never the he never exploits like a primitive island people for their money. Like
to be fair,
that
we
just
haven't
seems
got.
really.
There hasn't been too much Ronin in the show.
But I feel like there's been enough to see that it's out of character.
I don't.
He always,
I felt like Ronin was fine, but the way the ninja reacted to him was not the best.
and the other thing that felt really jarring is the way all the criminals are just like, yeah, well, we got you, Ronan, because he was running away with all their money, and he's like, go get them, boys, and they're just like, yeah, take the money that was ours too. We're gonna die for you.
I mean, yeah.
Like it made no sense. Like it really did not make sense.
I don't know. I found it fun.
It felt like just like filler leading up to like the serpent. Like it.
Well, here's the thing: is I think one of the biggest issues with this season is just expecting it to be more. I love the idea of a self-contained story because that's what I really saw. Is it was just like literally just a 44-minute adventure that expands the Ninjago lore, but isn't really supposed to be like big event in Ninjago's history. It was just something that happened once. But I think it's our first time getting something like that, so I understand that it's a little.
But it has no bearing on the overall story.
Well, but I think that's okay. That's okay with me. Like.
But like, why couldn't the villain be the mechanic or something? Like,
well,
that
they've
would've
done
been
that before.
way
I don't know.
quicker.
I felt like it was interesting. It was a nice twist.
But I agree, the reaction was just wrong.
Yeah, I
Like,
think the reaction was a little weird, but I enjoyed the character dynamics a lot in these episodes. I feel like the ninja are slowly becoming more themselves again because I
agree. There was a line I liked that was like, "Who would want Jay anyway?" And Nia's like,
yeah,
"I would."
that was my favorite line in the entire episode.
I know.
I enjoy it. So since the animation studio changed, the characters have definitely had a shift a little bit in their personalities. some more than others, but I felt like this season they were a lot more themselves. I feel like Jay is definitely not the character he used to be.
And like, how do you mean?
I don't know. He reminds me of Emmett from the Lego Movie, if that makes any sense. Like,
How so?
just sort of like confident but scared, if that makes any sense. Like,
Oh yeah.
very
I know,
proud
okay,
of himself, but also like not very good at what he does. While
Yeah.
I don't know. Old Jay was just like, I don't know how to describe it. They have similarities, but there is a distinct difference, and I'm okay with New Jay. I think he works.
Well, I think he's a little less incompetent than he used to be.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but they treat him as more incompetent, I think, is the thing.
Yeah.
Also, I think he's a little more oblivious to. Though I don't know, he always has had a little bit of that, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
I not that we got a ton of character moments, but yeah, I liked a lot of the dialogue between the ninja. There's a few Kai moments that I thought were like Kai escaping from the ropes. I thought was really well done. Also,
I like that
what?
I like that they use their elemental powers
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh, the rescue scene with Zane like making the ice blocks in the water was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I thought Zippy was really fun. I thought Zippy was really fun.
Like the dog dragon? Yeah.
I liked how he was just like taking out the keepers.
I know. I wish the set came with a coconut.
Yeah. How would they do that? I guess they have the ball pieces, don't they?
Yeah.
So you didn't like how Clutch Powers was?
No, I didn't.
like-
That's not what he was at all in the movie.
Well, he's not supposed to be. I guess you didn't watch season 11, but that's how he was in season 11 too. So
Why is he just like not clutch powers?
he's not. He's just like washed up garbage man. I I like Ninjago Clutch Powers, but
I just really don't like that every side character is just kind of a piece of trash.
I mean, I guess a lot of the recurring ones, though. I mean, yeah, the most frequently used ones. I guess I could see your point being.
They're all the same. Is my problem.
They're not
It's
they're distinctly different type. I guess Clutch has kind of replaced Dareth.
Yeah.
Clutch is just Dareth with an easier way to fit him into the plot.
Yeah. No. I maybe that's why it bothers me so much because it's Dareth, Ronan, and Clutch.
Ronan, but I think Dareth and Clutch definitely share personality traits. Ronan is definitely not a good guy, but he's not the same kind of person as Dareth or Clutch.
Well, it's just Dareth and Clutch are just slimy. They're just like not good people.
They're slimy and dumb, but Dareth is more good intentioned than Clutch is. Like he never intends to be an idiot, but he is just kind of an idiot.
Okay, but he's also like really misogynistic and
Okay,
kind of awful.
we don't talk about Skybound Dareth because that was. I don't agree with Skybound Dareth, but non-Skybound Dareth is really good. I like non-Skybound Dareth. I like the part in Hunted where he gets the poo-poo power.
I don't remember that.
There's like this plot line in Hunted's great, but there's this whole plot line where
Oh God!
Mistake is like he goes to Mistake. He's like, I want elemental powers so I can help the others. So she like brews him up a potion, and every time she tells him to drink the entire thing, but it makes him just have to use the bathroom. And I thought that was just like a gag, and he would eventually get the power, but he doesn't. It just goes away after he uses the bathroom. He has to not use the bathroom to have his power. And it was just, I thought it was going to be more, but no, it was literally just a poo joke. Which, I mean, it's a kid's show, whatever, but, like, it was just, like, weird. Because they spent a weird amount of time, like, a little too much time on it.
I don't know.
Like, I thought it was just going to be the joke, like, oh, this is Dareth's power, because Dareth's the goofy one, so he's got a dumb power. But no, he just doesn't end up getting...
What was the power?
What?
We
never end up seeing it. He just, like, at one point he has, like, this brown fire effect coming out of his hand. And he's like, oh, elemental power. And then he's like, uh-oh, bathroom time. And then he runs to the bathroom, and then he no longer has the power.
That's really goofy. I did like the Islanders, though.
I thought it was cool, too. And I mean, like, I really hope... I love how they're, like, exploring, like, different areas of the Ninjago world, because we just got...
I like that it's not just snakes anymore. We got snakes, gecko, months, Islanders, like...
Or even just Shintaro with the white people.
Yeah,
the white
yeah.
people. What else do you call... Like... I like the idea that there is like I don't even know if they're all human, like just different races of human, or if they are like different human-like species. Like,
I think they're all just like humanoid.
yeah, they're humanoid, but I
It
don't.
makes Ninjago feel more like its own world and not just like
And I
Earth.
love something cool that I think would be cool to expand on at some because they do have distinct regions that have either been shown to us or have been mentioned. We've gotten two characters from Metalonia, which was definitely just a throwaway line that has somehow turned into a lore element.
Yeah.
Um, Something else is Kilo, Ultraviolent, and Shade, the Elemental Master of Smoke,
Yeah.
are all gray skinned, which I don't like. And obviously, Kilo is larger than any.
Well, I think they're supposed to just represent like British
Oh,
people.
okay. But no, just the same. The same way like Vania's race all like have distinct traits. I think it'd be cool if like we at some point find out where they're all from and
Yeah.
meet like their group of people.
It makes me almost wish the ninja were different like Ninjago races instead of all like just
Yeah, but I think it would be.
I know
I
that
think it
wasn't a
definitely
thing
would be
back.
cool to introduce like if the elemental masters are more varied in who they because it's all human except for Shade. I think is the only one to have a distinct, maybe not human trait with the
Yeah.
gray skin. Like could you?
But it's like I like all the different species. It's really
Yeah, no,
fun.
I love just expanding the like, and with the keepers, I love the idea that like hopefully in the summer wave they play some role in that. Like I hope they return as
Mhm.
allies instead of enemies because. Uh,
Well, they weren't really enemies
yeah,
ever.
I mean, they did try to kill Jay, but and out of self-preservation. But yeah, I mean, they were only antagonists for one episode.
Yeah.
But
They weren't evil though.
yeah, but like, I really like the role they serve in the Ninjago universe. Like, as a toy, I can understand how it's a little disappointing to have like this entire wave like being cited for so long, and then you get so little content to tie in with it. But as just like a
Yeah.
fan of the Ninjago world, I love just like a short self-contained story that introduces us to like a new group of people that have existed for so long.
Yeah, agreed.
Another thing that's really cool is what Wojira it was, right? The
Yeah.
Wojira was referenced in Sons of Garmadon. There
Really?
was the episode where they're on the Destiny's Bounty and it starts storming and it's like crashing down and and Nia has to like use her elemental powers to like wrap the rain around the Destiny's Bounty so it doesn't like completely shatter.
Yeah.
And in it she mentions that there was an ancient tribe that worshipped the sea serpent Wojira, and
Oh
they
wow.
said that that Wojira was the one who brought the rains. And
Huh.
they said Roger was the one who created the storms, which was so cool that they took. I don't think they intended this back then, but it was so cool that they took that line and turned it into like an entire season. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool. So I I definitely liked the season more than you did. I thought it was fun. Definitely not like best thing ever created. Like it didn't make me think. It was just like yeah, fun ninja fun, but.
I'm more excited. I like the full seasons more, I
Yeah, for
think.
sure. What I would like, I don't know if they've ever. I've mentioned this before. I would love a season of this stuff. Like get 5 of these, like 10 episodes.
Yeah, you said that the other
Yeah,
day.
I would love
No,
that. And I mean, now
it,
seeing the entire thing, I would love. I think that would be awesome.
yeah, I just stood up all of my different like Ninjago races, and it looks so
Yeah, it's
cool.
just so
Like
it
they're
like
so,
expands. It reminds me of Star Wars because Star Wars has all the different races too.
yeah, no, it kind of feels like Ninjago is like it actually has
Yeah,
lore.
and
Like
it's like it's very fantasy esque because we don't have names for we don't have names for everyone except for the Serpentine, but um, like in lots of fantasy, there's the dwarves, there's the elves, there's the humans, and I like the idea that ninja obviously they don't have elves, but they have the people with the golden hair. Like it's
yeah, no, they kind of like do their own thing in a way that you don't see that
yeah, it's like
often
a
in
new kind of
fantasy.
fantasy. It's really cool.
Like Ninjago is it wasn't always fantasy. They used to just like fight snakes and stone
Yeah,
people. But like it honestly does feel like fantasy now. Like they go to all these different places that are just like kind of they all coexist
and I
separately.
love how it's also like modern day fantasy. Like they didn't feel the need to set the show back in time for it to like
Yeah, I like
incorporate
that.
all. And obviously, technology does come into play every now and then. like futuristic technology, but a lot of the times it is very grounded and fantasy-like. It just takes place in modern day. And I just really love the Ninjago world, and I think this season did a really good job of expanding upon that.
Yeah, I do like getting more, like adding to it, but I just wish it was more.
Yeah, but I am very excited for this upcoming season, the
Yeah, me too.
Summer Wave. I like that there was a teaser for it because we haven't gotten that in a while, where one season leads directly into another. But
I like it.
remember how like back in 2015, Tournament of Elements ended with Moro like popping
Yeah.
out. Like that's what this reminded me of. So I'm really excited for.
Something else, I like that it was a Lloyd season that wasn't really a Lloyd season.
Yeah, I think because obviously, clearly, what they're trying to do is with these past, like 5 waves, they were trying to give one to each ninja. There was ice, fire, lightning, earth, energy, and now water upcoming in the summer. I think this was the right way to do the energy chapter because we have had so many Lloyd-based things that this
Yeah.
was. I mean, this was about as much Jay as it was Lloyd, but
Yeah.
Lloyd was like the poster
It
child.
didn't really feel like there was a main character.
Yeah. Also, Twitchy Tim. I completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him coming in at the end. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Ninjago. I mean,
Yeah, it's
as much as, like,
my favorite thing about Ninjago is the world and the characters, and I got a lot of that this season.
yeah,
This season definitely doesn't stand up in terms of story, but it expanded upon the world, and it didn't. While it was not like spectacular in terms of story, there was nothing that it did that, except for the Ronin reaction. There was nothing that it did that inherently like made me go, I don't like that. At most, it was just like, eh. So,
eh,
it's good in my book. Like,
yeah. This is just it was middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think it's and I don't even know like how to rank it or talk about it in comparison to other ones until we see the summer one. Because I don't know should this be considered a standalone season or should it be looped
Yeah.
in with the summer stuff? I don't know. I really hope the keepers do come back for that though.
and like I'm excited about the summer stuff too because that's gonna be another like group of people. Like we got a Hydro Whipper species.
Yes, so that goes into our next topic. So another thing that happened last week, actually, that somehow we just completely forgot to talk about was we got a poster for Ninjago season 14 or 15. We don't know what we're calling it yet. The water chapter coming out in the summer.
Water chapter.
And this is very exciting. We got Hydro Whipper. That's all that matters.
Hydro Whipper, baby.
That's Hydro Whipper, baby.
Hydro Whipper, baby.
I want everybody to know that no matter what this character ends up being called, he's Hydro Whipper. That's all that he's gonna be.
That's our third Whipper.
That's our third. I mean, is Char a Whipper? I don't know if Char's a Whipper.
Char's not a Whipper, but he's part of the family.
He's part of the family. He's like a distant cousin, you know?
Oh. Yeah.
I find that so funny that we got the Whipper. Like, I latched onto this one stupid character, and now he's looking to be one of the main, like, villains of the wave.
You know what? Pyro Whipper walked so Hydro Whipper could run.
Pyro Whipper walk so Hydro Whipper could swim.
Amen to that. I honestly don't have much to say about the poster though because we can't talk about leaks.
Yeah, but I mean, from what we see, we get some look at pretty much 2 or 3 of the new ninja suits.
Yeah.
I know people are divided on these. I like the idea of these because they make sense in the context of the season.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit it's odd because this is our first time getting actual not ninja suits. Because these are scuba suits, they're not ninja suits at all, really. Like, Master of the Mountain, at the very least, were still ninja. They were night ninja, but they were ninja.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are just straight up scuba suits with no ninja elements. But that's okay with me, because I don't go to Ninjago for the ninja, I go to it for the characters.
Yeah, and plus, we already have a really good suit design this year, so, like, if you need a suit, just get these,
I have to say, it does disappoint me a little bit to see that the Season 11 suits are on the poster, because I wish they stuck with the island ones.
Agreed.
But, yeah, the villains, obviously, Hydro Whipper cool, and then we got the guy in the middle with the trident. Looks interesting. I don't know what his deal is going to be, but cool. Wojira? That's not Wojira. We saw Wojira.
I know.
I'm curious if the Hydro Whippers are actually, like, are they actually serpentine or snakes, or are they just reusing that head to be, like, eels or something?
My guess is they're gonna be like eels.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it would be cool if it were like another race of serpentine that were like had evolved to be aquatic.
Actually, I think what would, in terms of evolution, the ground serpentine would have evolved to be on land and
Okay,
not
yeah.
the other way
Okay.
around.
Maybe okay. Okay. Wait. Here theory time. Did they refer to Wojira as a female? Do we know Wojira's
Yeah.
gender? Oh, okay, never mind. Well, maybe. I was gonna say maybe Wojira was the Wojira was the father and the Great Devourer was the mother. But
Aw.
no, maybe they're lesbians. That's okay.
Yeah.
Snakes biologically work differently, and they can still have babies.
Yes.
And they created all serpentine.
Yep.
Yay!
Mommy and daddy.
Mommy and mommy.
Yes.
And then Wojira went and made the water snakes, and the Great Devourer went and made the ground snakes, and then they never spoke again.
They got divorced.
And then
It was
Great Devourer
messy.
was killed, and Wojira just was napping.
Well, no, because they had to wake the Great Devourer up too.
That's true. Oh, that's true. They were both napping.
Yeah.
Maybe that guy. Okay, theory. That guy, the guy with the shrine in the middle, is just Water Pythor,
Maybe.
and the amulet is just the Water Fangblade. And,
I think you're right, dude.
and you got to collect 4 of them to unlock the Wojira statue, and then it's going to consume all of the underwater.
Yep. It's gonna drink. It's gonna drink all the water.
It's going to drink.
Wojira be thirsty.
The Great Devourer and Wojira are just Groudon and Kyogre from Pokemon.
Yeah.
One wants to go, except one just wants to eat everything on the land. The other wants to eat everything underwater.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the season. And,
Yeah, I'm excited for the sets.
And I can't wait to see more, and I can't wait to see official images of the set so I can speak about them. Thank you, LEGO Ambassador Network.
Yep, if you want to hear me talk about them, go to my YouTube channel where I don't
no,
have a
I
video
don't
about
endorse this. I've never said anything like this.
it. Let's go to the community tab post.
Let's go to the community tab post. Do we have any good questions? Let's see.
I have a question here. Matthew, have you built any mocks recently? Good question. I have.
Did someone actually ask that, or are you just asking yourself?
I just I just built a MTT from a Lego Star Wars.
We need
this-
Matthew made a mock episode too.
I might make one.
He should.
Because I'm pretty proud of this. I built it to it's meant to like go along with the little tank because me and mine were talking the other night and I showed him all my droids stood up and he's like, that makes me really want one. You said like it makes you want one of the droid tanks and I'm like, I should build one.
Yeah. Well, because
So-
the MTT was like my favorite set. I always wanted as a kid. I never got
Yeah.
it because it was only because it came with like 24 battle droids, and I was like, I
Yeah.
want that many minifigures in one set. But I would still like one. I still think that would be cool.
Yeah, so I'm like, I built one. I don't know if I'll keep this together forever like my pirate ship because like it is very ugly and also very big.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to like build one to, I don't know, do it.
Yeah. No, it looks really cool. You did a really good job with that.
I'm very happy with how all the angles came out. Like, I love how this all looks here. Like,
Yeah. No, it's really, really well done.
it's really smooth. Like, I don't have gaps too bad. So, also I got some like pieces that open up here and stuff. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
this opens up also. Like, lots of opening up. And then I gotta show the droids come out.
Oh yeah,
So.
of course.
Open up there, and then I got a little lever on the front. So, there they go.
There they come.
My babies.
How do you feel about the fact that the battle droid like design has not been updated since it came out?
I don't know how they can make it better, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's. I'm very mixed on that because on the one hand, I like the fact that the battle droids I got as a kid still work in my like Lego world today.
Agreed.
But on the other hand, something about them feels very ancient. I don't know how they could improve, but they do feel ancient.
Yeah.
Um,
They don't really feel like I don't even count them as minifigures, man.
I think I don't know. I still attach like that childhood nostalgia of thinking they're minifigures, but yeah, I don't know.
And I do like that I can still use the ones I had as a kid because I think they have like 80 or something.
This is something I actually meant to mention to you before we started filming, because oh, you were showing me your 501st Army, which do you want to show
yeah.
the camera?
I'll show the camera my 501st Army. There they are. There are the boys.
I love the idea of army building, and I would like to army build stormtroopers or something, but what annoys me is the fact that LEGO updates their designs every few years. And don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, like, whenever they update the designs, usually it's an improvement, but the issue is just the fact that it's constantly changing, so now, like, even though the stormtroopers are all the same thing in the Star Wars world, suddenly I have, three or four different designs in my collection.
I have to say, I have a couple different Stormtrooper designs in my store because I have 80 Stormtroopers, like just white Stormtroopers also.
Yeah.
And they're not all the same, but they don't look bad with different types of Stormtroopers. Like,
Yeah.
it's honestly not even that noticeable.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be cool to have them all the same like you have right there. And then also, I don't want to, like, invest tons of money into army building, like, the current type of Stormtrooper, and then in 2 years they come out with a new, better version, and then, I don't know, like, it's just odd.
Yeah.
So that's why I love Ninjago, because, like, Legacy, it doesn't re-release stuff. It, like, redesigns it, and it still works.
Yeah.
And the newer stuff doesn't invalidate the older stuff, so it's like I don't feel like I'm buying the same thing over and over. Like new thing.
Well, with Star Wars, I don't really mind the like army building because also in the Star Wars universe, there are like variations in the armor. Like there are like in the movies and TV shows and stuff, I think there's like 4 or 5 different Stormtrooper helmet designs they use.
Oh, really?
Like they're slightly different, but it makes me feel okay like having different Stormtrooper helmet designs in my army because it's like yeah, it isn't like all uniform, but also it's like they're close enough that I kind of just am like it's also a thing in universe where they're not all the same.
Yeah. Can we agree that the Star Wars Rebels Stormtroopers are the best ones?
I hate that minifigure. I hate very few minifigures. I hate that minifigure.
I remember what that was 2016. I want to say.
2014.
Really? That old?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 2014.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was not 2014.
The battle pack?
Yes.
The battle pack was 2015.
Okay. Okay, that makes more
I
sense.
thought you meant they came out. They came out in 2014.
No, the battle pack. Right. I remember because I think we got leaked images, and because they were leaked images, like, we didn't have finalized minifigures, and I saw we were getting a 4 Stormtrooper battle pack for, like, $15 or whatever it was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really exciting, because I always wanted to army build Stormtroopers. That was before my LEGO collection was that big, so I don't think I had any Stormtroopers at the time, actually. No, I did. I had some from the Death Star. But I only had a few, and I was like, oh, this will be awesome. I can get, like, 2 or 3 of this battle pack and get a bunch of Stormtroopers. And then we saw the final version, and they looked like garbage. And I never bought a single one, because I did not want those in my collection.
I think I have one of those sets, and I hate them. I don't even use the helmets. I use old, outdated helmets, like the original helmets, on those because they look better. And like the bodies look fine.
Did they not learn their lesson with the Clone Wars? Like,
I don't know. Those are way worse than the Clone Wars because the Clone Wars at least look good if they have helmets on. Like those don't look good at all.
I mean, the Clone Wars torsos don't look great, honestly. It's definitely not that bad, but
this is Clone Wars torso.
Is it?
Yeah, these are the 501st Battle Pack is a Clone Wars Battle Pack.
No, I meant like 2009 Clone Wars sets. Like,
oh, okay, yeah, no, they're a little goofy looking.
Yeah, they're not as bad as the Rebels figures, but they definitely don't fit the art
only
style.
thing is they're very nostalgic to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I still maintain to this day that the 2009 Clone Head is the worst minifigure face print of all time.
No, the worst minifigure face print is a Clone Wars face print, but it's the 2009 Chancellor Palpatine face.
That one's pretty bad too.
I think that is worse than the clone face.
Well, the thing with the clone one though is like, I don't know. Growing up as a kid, everybody had so many of that face print that like whenever you were like trading like figures with your friends, like half of their figures would just have that face print because everybody liked to make their own customs, and that was the headpiece everybody had.
It's Commander Super Guy.
See, I don't think any of my friends were ever into the Clone Wars, which is why I wasn't into it. But those were the LEGO sets that were sold, so we all had them.
I wasn't really into the Clone Wars. I didn't like the show as a kid. I didn't get into it until I was in middle school.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have friends into LEGO when I was in middle school, so.
Yeah, no, I didn't either, but I didn't have friends in middle school, so like I was just into it.
Were we friends when you were in middle school?
No, I was in 9th grade when we met.
No, I think you were in 8th, because I was in 6th.
No, I definitely wasn't in eighth because we didn't know each other at all when I lived in New
Oh,
York.
no, that's right. So I created my Instagram in 6th. We met when I was in 7th. Like, end of
Yeah,
7th grade. So, yeah, it would have been end of freshman year for you.
or like middle of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, February. It was February. I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
No, because I definitely didn't know you when I was in middle school, but that's when I was into Clone Wars, and like that's where my nostalgia from it is. Like I used to make really bad 501st custom Clone Troopers,
There's still video
and
of it on your channel, right? No, that
maybe
was just a collection of clone troopers.
yeah, that was just every Clone Trooper that isn't every Clone Trooper.
Yeah,
Um,
the title was Every Clone Trooper, and you're like, oh, actually, I don't have everyone.
Also, I tried to army build 501st Troopers with the original, like one of these, and this was $20, and I bought three of them, and that was army building. And that only came with one Clone Trooper too, so I had three clones.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of the Monkey Kid, Flower Fruit Mountain, and Army Build Brother Monkey.
You really should.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna buy 200 Brother Monkeys.
I really do want Brother Monkey though.
I would send him to you, but actually, I want him.
Yeah, no, I understand. But the 501st Battle Pack is one of my favorite sets of all time. Like
Yeah, I don't have it.
I've very like few other times gotten so much enjoyment out of a set, and that's all I can ask for. So
I like Ashtanka.
Ashtanka,
She's a good figure.
you should send me your Ashtanka Trooper.
I might. Okay, we have a question here from Suntan.
Okay.
As always, Suntan, thank you very much for your question. What are your thoughts on side arm and leg printing? Not only the quality, but which figures get it and which don't.
I have a hot take here.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Really?
Here's my reason, because not every figure gets it, so it feels very jarring when we do get it.
I think it needs to be used well, because I agree, sometimes it can be like, when one figure has like a really detailed side arm printing that's sort of out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Like, Sorry, go ahead.
I think it definitely can be used very well. Like something like Drax of Guardians of the Galaxy, without
Yeah.
side arm printing, that figure would look weird.
Yeah, agreed. No, some figures need it, but it it shouldn't be used to make a figure like premium. It should be used when a figure needs it. Like I honestly think this figure needed it. Like
Yeah.
it was used really well here and it needed it and it doesn't feel out of place. Like
Yeah.
this just feels really good. But on a figure like I'm trying to think. There was one I was just thinking of that I can't remember now. I don't know. I just don't think it always works. Oh,
Yeah.
like Darth Vader with the arm printing. While it does look good, I feel like that was unnecessary.
I don't know. I do like that figure. I like it more than you do.
Yeah, it's grown on me, but like I don't love it.
I like how Movie Lloyd uses it, where it's just a few little dots on his arms.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Actually,
But
the three movie figures that have it, right? Nia, Cole, and Lloyd have it, I think.
I don't think Cole did.
Yeah, he has little armbands at his wrists.
Okay.
I like how because like I like when it's more subtle. Really detailed arm printing can look nice, but I think it has like if it's supposed to be like exquisite and premium, it has to fit the character.
Agreed.
Like, it's a bit okay. This is a bit it's not done poorly, but it is a bit jarring that this SOG grunt from the
Yeah. No, that's an example of like really bad arm printing.
it's
And
not bad. I do like how it was only on one side. They didn't overdo it by putting it on both sides. But it is a bit odd because no other SOG grunt has that, so it's really weird to see that.
Yeah. I like it on some CMF also.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it just depends on the situation and how detailed they're actually making the arm printing.
Yeah, like I just bought those decals, and that includes like wraparound full torso and leg decals, and I'm not gonna use the ones for the sides of the torso and the like back of the legs because it's like I don't want to do something that actual Lego wouldn't print, and it's like I just feel like sometimes it's kind of like that with Lego. It's just like it feels out of place in the context of what it is.
And then with side leg printing, I definitely think that works on a lot more figures than side arm. However, how do I put this? A lot more figures look good without it than don't, but there's very specific figures that need it. Like,
Yeah.
whenever they do shorts, you need the side leg printing. You cannot have... Like, when it's just like, oh, they have black pants on. If you have the side leg printing, cool. but it really doesn't need it. But like, what it was, Finn from Adventure Time, I think, has like really bad. Oh no, his issue is like the middle of his legs don't have printing, so like when he's walking, yeah, that's really weird.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, they need to find a better way to do things like shorts.
Dual molding, it works way better.
Well, I think he is dual molded. I believe he has shorts, legs, and then shoes all on that figure, but it's only that would have to be tri molded for that to be good.
Oh yeah, no, they do that on the short legs, but not the full size.
Well, they tri mold on the short legs, but it's only in 2 colors.
Yeah.
I believe Finn has blue pants, tan legs, and then black shoes.
Okay.
And that was the issue, is when he's walking, the shoes just disappear.
Oh no, all I care about is Lego Minions.
Yes, for sure.
Banana. Banana. When are we getting the rest of the Minion sets?
I don't know, the movie was delayed again. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
The movie was delayed to 2022.
That's so... I hope those sets come out, man.
I said to my roommate when that news came out, I'm like, bro, any kid who was excited for this movie will not care about Minions by the time this movie comes out.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be too old for it at this point.
Why was it delayed again?
COVID?
That's so annoying.
Speaking of COVID, I'm getting a vaccine soon.
Yeah, because you're overweight.
Yeah, I'm overweight, guys. By
Fatty.
0.84 points on the BMI, which everybody knows the BMI is very reputable and accurate.
You just feel bad because the government told you you're fat, Kay?
Yeah. Listen, if it means I get the COVID vaccine, I'll take it.
Yeah, I gotta put on a few pounds then.
Have you calculated your BMI?
No, but I'm pretty sure I'm like under healthy.
Just BMI could be surprising. Like I know there's like, because it's like it doesn't take into account muscle as weight. It just goes, okay, weight, height. Here's your thing. Like there's like very muscular people who can be classified as overweight under the BMI, which is why it's considered like kind of garbage. But
yeah, I've not done. When I was in the military, I did it, and it was normal. But
yeah, I would if your state gets into a place where it's like, hey, overweight people can get. I would look into calculating your own BMI because
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna do it that way though.
What?
I don't know if Florida will do it that way.
Yeah. I was supposed to have my appointment on Thursday, but it's being pushed back to I don't know when.
My parents have both been vaccinated now.
That's awesome. My dad's getting it in a week, and I don't know when my mom is.
Yeah, we got any other questions from a viewer?
There's some. Not many very good ones. Sorry,
guys. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Wear a mask, everybody.
Wear pants also.
Do that too, please. If you watch this far into the podcast, comment, Wojira's gonna get me.
Wojira.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this week's episode of the Wu Crew Podcast. If you enjoyed, please press like and subscribe if you're new. We do these every Wednesday for Sensei Wu Wednesday.
Happy Sensei Wu Wednesday.
Got anything else to say to the viewers, Matthew?
I'll see you next time.
Bazinga. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bazinga.
Bazinga.